You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us stay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did it then. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it then. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, we just can't go this way.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be home from fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me brother, cover me sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes,
the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know, we always say, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You have on a burgundy t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt, a pink t-shirt. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonaranius. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our resident poet. Man haven't joined us in a long time, boy. But you know, we very loyal here. You know we loyal, eh? We started playing it, and we're going to continue playing it. Even though we haven't heard from our resident love doctor, Dr. Rene Mohammed. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, we always say, we originate, we don't imitate. We are the only program on the planet with an oath slash pledge to the people that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Take a listen.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
Your mic's muted.
As we said, people, ladies and gentlemen, bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let me bring in my partner, the man himself, the one and only, the man commonly known as Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, and it's a pleasure being here with you again in the village, to all villagers. Good evening.
And folks, don't forget as you come in, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509.
Well, Tommy, I don't think much happened today, Tommy. I think I saw, what did I see, boy? But anyway, let me start with this. So, Tommy, I had a very eventful morning, you know. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and practice starts at about 7 a.m. You know, and my day starts pretty early. And today we did, you know, I'm just trying to inspire the people for a better tomorrow. So today I did 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
Then I did 2 half miles. So that is about 3/4 is 1,200. 2 half mile is 1,600. That is 2,800. Then I did 2 quarter miles. That is 12 and 16 is 28.
Mm-hmm.
28 and 8 is 36.
36.
36. Then I did 200 at the end to make it a total of 3,800 meters. And Tommy, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was finished, then I did a mile warm down. So a mile warm up, 3/4 of a mile, two half miles,
Mm-hmm.
2/4 miles, 200, and then a mile warm down. And
What?
Tommy, I was very, very tired today. You know?
Well, you put in the work, so those are the results.
But I was impressed though. I was impressed that, you know, and the coach is telling me, he say, LeBron, you know, you're in good shape. And you know what? You could tell, and then you really don't know until you're running a race.
True.
You know what I mean? Because you're
Mm-hmm.
doing all this training. And I want to say something, Tommy. You know, a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago to say to me, oh God, I'm fed up on Wall Street. Every time he come, it's 26% of black people living below the poverty line. Right? So, you see repetition, Tommy? What I say? Repetition is the mother of invention. Is something like that?
I'm not sure if it's the mother of invention, but I know it leaves a lasting impression.
Oh God. Yeah. So, so now I don't know how them thing and them just come on. But they just come out. I did Chumaka Clavantil in me. Right? But you will I keep saying this to people. You'll go to the track and you might do something that you did last week.
Mm-hmm.
For example, every Monday we go to Weequahic Park and we run either 3 laps, which is 6.6 miles,
Mm-hmm.
2 laps, which is 4.4 miles, or 1 lap, which is 2.2 miles. And when we finish, if we run 2 laps, we'll go over to the track and run a half mile. Right? So that is things we just consistently do. So I was thinking today, I was having my dinner today and thinking, I said, you know something? I could change it up a little bit, Tommy. Instead of saying 26% of black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley, the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, his words, not mine, I will say approximately 375,000 people based on a population of 1.5%, right? So approximately 375,000 people, 375,000 black people based on a population of 1.5 million living under the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley, who said he could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. So I will listen to you all for a little bit and I will go to 375,000, Tommy. Waiting.
Well, it's another way of getting it across.
Tommy.
And I think it may have a greater impact to share the numbers.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, basically, Tommy, what it is that when you are always thinking critically, these type of things come to your head. I not only that, when you're like walking or you're running or you're doing some sort of activity, boy,
thoughts,
unbelievable ideas come to you when you're doing these type of things. So, folks, as I continue to say, start a walk, a little half mile, a little mile, start a little bit. But the important thing to do, folks, is to start. Start.
Yep.
Mr. Florida, welcome. Mr. Florida.
Hey, hello, Mr. Anson, Mr. Tommy. Hey, Mr. Anson, I know I like to leave a little talk and do your thing now, but I had to intervene with you now, say there, because you say 375,000 people, but I the whole of the PNM voters. That's what they're going to tell you now, Mr. Anson.
You know, You know that's a valid, and you see what it is, Tommy. You see what I talk about critical thinking?
Yep.
Look, Mr. Florida, you just give us a prime example of critical thinking.
Yeah, Mr. Hansen, look, listen, let me hear you finish your conversation, but I had to say something because you're seeing there on 300 and something thousand people. Look, listen.
Yeah, man. So, Tommy, that could entail almost
All
I'm saying
all the red supporters.
that could entail the whole bunch of them, all of them. That could entail all of them, you know.
You think they're not aware of the fact that they're living below the poverty line?
No, they're not aware of the fact, brother. You hear it at one time I say poor black disadvantaged people in the beatum. A man call up from the beatum and say, who what you think he is? We poor black and disadvantaged, not we. We living good down here. I say, all right, partner. I say I ain't gonna call all of that again. I apologize, Tommy. You know what I mean? And then I understand as a calling and telling, what are you talking about?
They're living good. They're living good, man.
They're living nice. You know, a man call a radio station to me and say, when you get your apartment, you get wall-to-wall carpet, you know.
What?
You hear that?
What?
Well, the man say, when you get your apartment under Dr. Williams was wall-to-wall carpet, man.
It came carpeted.
It came carpeted. And like he said, it's still carpeted.
Wow.
So he's still in the apartment.
Wow, I can imagine how much dust that carpet have in it.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was telling the truth. Man, say back in Dr. Williams days, you know, Tommy.
You get wall-to-wall carpet.
Yeah, listen, I don't remember. Listen, there are 4 buildings in Chumakak, Lavantel. Our building, one was the first building. When my mother got up the apartment, Tommy, a 2-bedroom apartment for 6 of us, me and my 3 brothers and my sister and my mother. Because my mother was a single mother. You know, we grew up in a single parent household.
Right.
You see? And you know, boy, oh, you know what eventually where we get, Tommy? Linoleum? That was this?
Yeah, linoleum.
Yeah, boy. You know, Tommy, when that first come, it smelled nice. You know, and boy, Tommy, almost every day we had to mop it out, yeah? We had to mop it out, boy. Yeah, but I don't remember if we had it in the bedroom or if it was just in the living room, you know. I remember. Yeah. But yeah, so Mr. Florida, you are absolutely correct. When you look at it, by the way, I take 20. Tommy, I didn't take 26% and I took 25% of the 15 or 1.5 million. So I get them a slack. I left off 1%. You understand? And you know, some people say those numbers could be higher, Tommy. But I'm not going to try to debate if the numbers are higher or lower. I'm sticking with those numbers. Let's go to the chat. So Mr. Intellectual said, good evening, Pro and Uncle T and all villagers. Hope everyone had a terrific Tuesday, powered by the love and grace of God Almighty. See, I like it like that, Mr. Intellectual. That's why I was calling Mr. Intellectual. You understand, Tommy? Very succinct, straight to the point. Yeah. Guys, I had a good laugh today. Have you ever heard of a standing patrol? We have that in Trinidad. Standing patrol. Well,
if you're standing, you can't be patrolling.
No, but yeah, you could stand and patrol. Tommy, you don't think if you're standing on Frederick Street and Independence Square and there's a police, you ain't standing up and patrolling?
Patrol implies movement.
So what is standing patrol? All right, let me see. Standing patrol. Yeah. I think all right. But so You can't stand up and patrol?
I don't know. Something seems kind of
Something seems amiss.
with that with those words to be patrolling and standing at the same time. You could be in a patrol car that's standing, but if you're patrolling, it means that you're moving.
Okay, please explain standing patrol. That's interesting, Mr. Intellectual. Yeah, that's what it is, Tommy.
What it
A
is?
standing patrol is a type of military patrol that remains in a fixed position rather than moving around. It is often
Okay.
referred to as observation posts, listening posts in US and NATO terminology. Here are some key points about standing patrol. Purpose. They are primarily used for early warning security or to guard specific geographic features such as dead ground. Composition. Typically, these patrols are often small, often consisting of a half section or section a few shoulders. Tasks. Their tasks can include reconnaissance, gathering information, listening for enemy movement, or engaging in combat if necessary. Static nature. Unlike other patrols, standing patrols do not move around freely. They stay in their designated position until they are ordered to move or if they need to withdraw.
Okay, well, I was wrong.
No, I kind of
I don't know. I took the term patrol to mean on the
literally.
move, but standing patrol means like intelligence gathering or something like that.
So like if you're in a booth, if you're in a booth, if you have a booth on Frederick Street and Independence Square, could that be considered? And you're in the booth for 6, 7, 8 hours. Could that consider be standing patrol?
Then you're in a post.
What if you're standing outside the booth for six?
Maybe that's standing patrol.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's something that's it literally. I think it literally means what it is. Literally, yeah, from a literally perspective.
Hmm.
So people could stand, all right, and patrol. Like the queen that just have them guards outside there that be standing up there, and they consider to be patrolling if they're standing on guard.
Standing guard is standing guard.
Nobody on patrol.
Hmm. Because they're walking up and down.
Okay, so Hanif says, how come they are allocating funds and not spending the money, yet we are having deficit budget? Help me understand. Well, Hanif, it's very straightforward. The government is spending more money than is coming in. Very straightforward. Their revenues, their liabilities outweigh their revenues. And they have a deficit budget. So do they have enough money? So the only way they're going to make up that deficit is by taxing the people. Because they're talking about 2027. You have to wait till 2027 to start to make some money. So that'll tax you. And all your listener, you see how they reduce that poverty tax by 1%? I think we have a story on that. Tom, you see that 1%?
Yeah.
Is them budget. Let me say, for example, when they didn't do their homework and made it 3%, and they budget for 300 million coming in, right? Let me just say.
Yeah.
And then they take off 1%. You know, that's 100 million that let's take this call.
You
Mr.
mean
Intellectual.
Thank you for your time. But I do apologize for the delay.
Today,
Good evening.
under the
Hello, Mr.
PNN,
Intellectual.
you
Welcome.
get 20 liters of diesel for $100. The
I listening to the conversation there.
DNC now costs
I
$320
had to laugh today because
PNN.
the way how the minister put across the standing patrol, right?
Yeah.
I said this is the fantastic way how people would use the English language to say something and mean something else. I almost thought was a piece of a double entendre
Okay.
that he was trying to put across.
Mm.
When I studied it, I recognized that it is a statement in the military sense,
Correct. Correct.
but it still doesn't make any sense
Right.
to me
Right.
because patrol means to move, right?
Yeah.
They're just standing. That had no movement in it. So the statement doesn't make any kind of sense, at least to me. If the military, I guess that's why the military is the military. The only thing that they know is how to infiltrate, manipulate, and destroy. That's what they make for. So I guess that is something that we had to just for me, I just bypassed it. I thought it was a light moment and I had to laugh. You know? The next thing is as you were saying earlier on, the budget. I understand the reason why they're not making enough money and they're not that's why they have deficit spending. The question I am asking is that if you're allocating funds, right, and you're not using those funds, how come you're still having a deficit?
You know why? You know
If I
why?
just,
Mr. Intellectual, you know why? Because remember that reallocation that they reallocated about 43 point something million dollars to CPEP? Remember that?
yeah,
So what they do, they still have the same amount of money, but they're taking it from other places and putting it other places because they know the election coming. Right? So it's the same money. They're just making the money go to work better for them in other places.
well,
So,
I understand that, you know.
yeah.
The thing is that the money wasn't spent like what they were saying in some of the allocations and like for the police department and stuff like that and thing, where they had to buy $80 million for 200 vehicles or something like that
Right.
last year
Yeah.
and wasn't spent, right? But where the money gone? Nobody know where that money went. If it was used somewhere else or anything like that.
Right. Right.
These are some of the things that we gotta try to figure out where the money gone. It had to be somewhere about, but you're not getting that from whoever managing the system to say, well, look, we didn't spend that money because we didn't make that amount of money so that we couldn't do what it is we had to do. No kind of accountability like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking the question. Could somebody be accountable enough to let me know where the money gone or why it is the way it is? But we're not getting that. All we getting is a set of rhetoric and people still in the dark because people want to understand what the budget is about and why it is they have to debate and spend so much of time and do all this kind of old talk. And yet for all, the people is not getting a full understanding of what is happening. And the figures that they're giving you, it doesn't seem to be realistic enough, especially when it comes down to these crime statistics and all these kind of things. We just getting conflicting kind of numbers from either side. And I don't know who to believe. Who really telling the truth? for you to make decisions now, you had to go and research for yourself.
Right.
And how much are the people in Trinidad and Tobago when they take the time out to research for themselves to see whether or not what we hearing is what is exactly what is happening? Right? Well, I'm glad for you guys and them who could point out to some of the people and them, hey, you see these numbers and these figures and things, that ain't making sense. That is just falsehood or whatever. Because you have done the research and you will be able to say, well, look, this is what it really is. But they're not telling the population. I don't know why they just pray in the parliament and say these kind and then come and say these kind of things. I don't know if that's a joke. These people and I'm really I don't know. I can't find a word to describe them, gentlemen.
Don't find them. Don't just save it.
And if you gotta get the Oxford Dictionary, the Webster Dictionary, the English Dictionary, the Spanish Dictionary. You gotta get a compilation of dictionaries in order for you to try to understand.
But it's better just say whatever it is you think to yourself when it comes to the descriptives.
No. Well, basically that's what I have to do, I just say to myself, all right.
Yeah, because you may
I feel to see something mark up big on my forehead. And because I have a bump on my forehead, I born stupid.
I hear you, Alif.
There's how they treat the population here,
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
everybody
You're right.
and they could say what they want, do what they want, and the population go by it.
Sure, you're right.
And I guess they kind of correct in that sense because 600,000 plus people vote. Maybe some of them make decisions on policies, but the majority of them don't.
Correct.
That's why we get what we get.
Yep. Correct.
Gentlemen, have a good evening.
Thank you, man.
You too.
I'm listening on.
Yeah, man.
I love yesterday's program.
Yeah.
Uncle Tommy was on fire.
Yeah.
So keep it going, brothers. Hope that the people are going to be re-educated. They're going to start thinking differently, and they're going to start learning about their own consciousness and come up to a higher standard.
Yeah, man.
Bless evening.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, same to you. That's all we can do. We can hope that somehow we're making a difference.
Bless evening.
Yeah, man. Bless. Caller, welcome.
Blessed evening. Good talk, man, on Wall Street.
Same to you, my brother.
Well, I came in a little late this evening, so I want to just find out something. Is the what do you Minister of National Security said or let's talk about it?
The standing
order? Huh?
The standing patrol.
No, not that what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what he said. And somebody came to him and told him that the opposition paid 60,000 to put on a murder. Wall Street.
Wait.
You was one. That's not Wall Street. That's not. You was one of them. Like anything come to their main mind, they just say it.
Yeah. He said it in
Them no
Parliament, right?
With some. But what she do is the most dangerous thing about her. The PNM people going around with that, you know.
What do you mean?
The man said somebody walk up to he and tell he knows somebody, the opposition get 60,000 to commit a murder in the parliament, you know. What should them just grace in the parliament, you know?
But hey, Mova Defender, then the Prime Minister said he know of a few people who pay for license to get FULs. And he never take that to the police or anything.
Why they always losing parliamentary privileges for these things? What you know that's one go touch home. There's the same Prime Minister who said the former Prime Minister wanted to kill a journalist.
Yeah.
What you know this one touch home? I know this one sounds like something familiar to you. No matter serious not worship, when they go stop by? What lens they go to stop by?
There are no lines.
Before they stop by?
Listen, them have no line. There's no proverbial
so
line.
So this man and take the information to the police. He took it to the Minister of National Security.
Why?
Was it really right?
Really? The police? We taking it to the police?
He ain't got a crime. He ain't got a crime. Supposed to get I don't know, step to get money.
Nah. What are you doing that for? Them fellas, is this spaghetti theory, you know? Them fellas throwing things up in Parliament to see what will stick.
But why they throw it up out on Pickup's corner?
I said in Parliament. In Parliament. You hear? You throw it up in Parliament.
What's it all bother me? It don't bother me about this whole debate. Every time it's going 1-1, right? 1. UNC, PNM. Opposition, government. In the Parliament. Watch it down to the 5 dissidents. Debating the budget and talking about certain line items. And as a result of the PNM bench, all they are doing is pelting stones. Who do this and who do that and who do this and who thief and who in thief and 2015 to 2015. And all them starting to commend the finance minister on this great budget. Watch this is sad, boy. This is sad, but you see this man, boy. But I see Saddam Hussein made some allegations one here Anderson made already today about the Minister of National Security, why he detailed vehicles passing a certain place and stopping. I saw Saddam Hussein make an allegation along that same lines. So I don't know if that caused the National Security Minister to make that statement today. I don't want to believe it's that. So let me leave it there for now.
Yeah, man.
But the Parliament reaching a real disgraceful place right now by Wall Street. Very distasteful place. Enjoy your night.
Yeah, man. Tommy?
Yep.
Thing out of hand. Thing out of hand. But you know something though, Tommy? There are certain statements that are made in the public domain, right? And certain statements made in Parliament that they don't make in the public domain.
Of course. And it's all distractions to make sure that you keep the voters out of focus.
Caller, welcome.
Hey, good night again, Mr. Hanson. Mr. Tommy. Hey, Mr. Hanson, we call it standing patrol.
Yeah, standing patrol.
I think it might make a difference, because let me give you an example. I had 3 neighbors when I used to live in Trinidad, right? 3 women, neighbor. And them used to stay in the yard, them never used to go nowhere. But them know everybody business in the whole block, you know.
Standing patrol.
Standing patrol.
Standing patrol, yeah. So if they get a few of them, we will get good people to answer them. Because them never used to go nowhere. But them know the whole, everybody business in the whole block, you know.
They have all the intel.
Mr. Tommy.
They had all the intel.
They used to have all the information. Anderson, welcome.
Good night, gentlemen. Good evening. Uncle Tommy.
Good evening, Anderson.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Over Defender is our boss. Kunji. Good night. I must say good night to KFC. And to all. I must say good night to Sharon Flex and Aisha Welsh, because they just be listening.
Wait. Anderson, how you go call she name with Aisha Wells, man? You're doing Aisha Wells an injustice, Dana.
No, but I want to say all people that leave other shows to listen to this one.
No, but you call she and you call she with Aisha Wells, man. How you go Aisha that?
I know about PNM, you know.
Oh.
Aisha had one. She had one. Aisha was one the Sam Major for the Red Army, you know.
But you know, Aisha she back on sideways, you know. She the only one who say sideways, you know. Everybody else had to wait straight.
You, watch out. And Aisha say call out the Red Army. It's all kind of old too. But you telling me
it's
all kind of granny in the old slippers.
Yeah, it's mommy. Gemma, PNM, Gemma, Mr. Napula, all of them, they're coming out in there.
But that time Napula no wheelchair as yet. Yeah, but she had to sit down every minute. Oh God, poor lady, boy. Poor lady. Miss Police so go too. I wonder if Heinz know who is Miss Police. Heinz says, well, you are on, you know. Fresh out Heinz, yes, you are on. You are on. Because one time I turn on, and I say, but I see by the deal. And I think the deal was, but heavy and TC coming up. And I heard Heinz. Heinz for so long. Munilal boy, you to go and peg that corner, one of them corner, let us go. And you saw Chong was first mentioned by you that all of the Munilal was with criminals. Anybody who was with Munilal there had not one criminal charge. Not one criminal charge. But he was waiting on all you. Heinz said, I make you sell, and I make you sell the jail for you here. Back to you, Heinz. Now, nobody for now, I have it straight, you know. Heinz, you could remember, when I said Fitzgerald Heinz, I mean Minister of National Security, let me take my time, of Trinidad and Tobago, of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. His name is Fitzgerald Heinz. Fitzgerald Heinz, remember the Muslim you was moving in a vehicle with? And some UNC flags came off the parity. And had over about 200 flags there, Wall Street. That was the year the flags. And had planted flags from Vimcut in the vicinity of after over there. The vicinity of also Angostura. So the flags were running from parallel and the bus route to Angostura, also to Vimcut, down at Coconut Girls Association, straight to the Parliamentary Wall Street. It was only UNC flags, both sides, on the lampposts and them. I was moving with a ladder. And Heinz wanted them flag and them come down. Heinz, you could remember somebody got 130,000. You could remember a Mr. Came out your vehicle, a government black vehicle, and hand over 30,000 to Moody flags. And somebody with a little brain in the community tell the fella, you're stupid or what? Tell me about one more. Remember you went back for 100,000? Who does align the several criminal? You remember you pay 130,000 and you put me in court. You pay 130,000 to remove some UNC flags. Why not in Parliament here? You are nasty, wicked, evil, political rapist. A political piper. I have a partner saying a big time place in Woodbrook. I will tell you about you just said it too. Because the police were in for nothing. The police want the little fella for nothing. You ever telling you? And for sure lines, we can't see inside the vehicle, but we know the vehicle will be packed up in front of the Ministry of National Security. That vehicle just come and hand over money and collect something which people will call drugs, which people will call cocaine. I don't know if you just be in it. I don't know if you just take it. I'm going for about the information I heard, so I will say is alleged. My partner tell me, I can't call him name. He said, boy, this man will just fight you on hands. A woman is coming by cocaine in the vehicle every day for him. What should they hear me?
Well, listen, man. Listen loud and clear.
The fella say, that one who does fight you down. I say, oh, the one you're going to court with. And you want to talk about the justice system slow. I waited on you to go to court in high court so bad for obscene language. I want the world to see. I don't want you to go win all the last election. I want you to go vice all in government. So the world must see the person we have as the Minister of National Security. I waited a day to go high court with him. But I want to know, Heinz, as you being my MP, should not David tell me I must be careful what I'm saying on radio. And I'm only asking questions. I want to know as the MP for Lavantel West in the constituency which I live in. You is my MP. Don't care how much I support the UNC use the MP for Lavantel West. I live in Lavantel West. I'm asking my MP if he on drugs or if he does smoke cocaine. Is alleged that he talking tongue. He also alleged he talking tongue. Big PNM people meet him in the road. And the saying, hey boy, Heinz AIDS. I can lay it out in the big word Solia Amolshi. I gonna get it layman terms here tonight. PNM people has meet me in the road. High big PNM people. PNM people will be close to Rowley and all. If you show come making a wall here. And listen, Heinz AIDS. I tell them what people just tell me, no, I would like to know if they shoot. And I would like to know from you, Heinz. You play a talk in Parliament. So who the hell walking up to you and tell you about who get their money to kill who? Well, let's comment with them rubbish. You feel that that's all that tons of little be talking to? But Heinz, we waiting on you know, but politically. And I want all them fellas to stop shoot one another and stop kill one another in Lavantel. And take all the guns and turn it politically and face it straight in his face. If it's by dipping all the finger to vote him out, politically turn all the guns on Heinz, not on all yourself. Not PNM trying killing one another. And I want to leave with this also too. If you can remember, before election, when them fellas stick him up by a street corner, yeah, that was stop. He should not stop and sit on the glass. I was always say, before I leave, I was always say, if I was one of the most shrilling water in your eyes, that water was so high there, I would have drunk you. I would have drunk you. What should I look on listening? I'll call back in a little later.
Yeah, man.
All opinions and views expressed by the program participants, including those on social media, are solely their opinions and views and do not reflect the opinions and views of WZYE management and staff.
So me understand if we bring out the disclaimer, right?
I was thinking it too, now. Say, boy, you have to distance yourself from.
I understand, make we bring out the disclaimer, boy. I understand, boy. We had to bring it out, boy. We had to bring it out, folks. We're gonna go for a quick break. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM. Let's take this one. KFC, welcome. KFC, boy. KFC.
I'll call him back. Yeah, good night, Mr. Walsh. Great of good to
KFC.
Mr. Good night. I want to touch
we bring out the disclaimer, boy. You gotta bring it out, but I gotta go look far and wide, boy.
KFC gone.
KFC gone. All right, folks, we're gonna go for. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube, and you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. I wanna come back.
Also 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
When I come back, I have a video to play for you all. And there are many other people like this person in the video. So stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this short message. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
I'm trying to live. 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 One more time. I'm trying to live. Sing. I'm trying to live. I feel me a coffee. I I make it my home because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping their own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman. So how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Why you? I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Yeah. A bandit in my face with a gun. Take my gun inside, began to run. I'm in the station reporting what the bandit do. I was the same bandit I was reporting to. Look, I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. One more time, come again. I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Let me know. It is so obnoxious when I look around. Things I just hear and see. My God, how could I go on? Children killing children every day. Parents guiding their children to go astray. Tell me how those youths getting all those guns and where in the world those guns coming from? You see, I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. You come again. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Hear this. If in my ceiling they find coke and gun, is my whole family they carrying down. But if the police get caught with the same refrain, all they getting is transfer to do crime again. You see, I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Music. Now you see this verse? This verse is my verse. I want to listen to my verse. My verse. If our child could die by the hands of a bandit, police may halfway search, they may never catch the culprit. But if Mr. Big Man child end up dead, they're going to paint the old damn tongue red, putting out all force and energy, finding the killer immediately. So how must I live? Well, I'm frightened to live. Come again, I'm frightened to live. Hey, hear this, hey. I turn to church, that's the answer. Listening to the priest preach on the altar, while taking in the words of the Almighty. You know the priest felt in sweet at me, is he I'm frightened to live. Well, I'm frightened to live. Sing. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Well, hey, I'm frightened. One more time. Yeah, love all you. Seem like a one more.
No audio.
Of course. We're frightened to live in Trinidad and Tobago today. We're frightened
Correct.
to live. Let me go quickly to the chat again. Tommy, I don't believe I seen a comment from this person here. I really don't believe. You know the fella called BJ? You know BJ, right? The fella used to play for Belmont B team and he used to sit on the bench.
Well, I wasn't there, but I listened to you. I hear and hear.
But you hear what that fella?
From you.
Yeah. That fella, he said he used to play for Belmont, right? But you know, sometimes when you're supporting Red, you're just kind of, too. How could I put it nicely, Tommy? You just kind of twist it a little bit. Let me put it that way. Just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, what he says now. Listen to him. Read that there, Tommy.
Get rid of the RPNM. Make this be the last 50 million they're getting to frolic. All right.
Well, what I'm telling overnight. But just yesterday, did we ever show you yesterday, right, Tommy?
Hey, sometimes all you need is time to think about it.
You think he take out the WZYE jobs?
That's an indication that there's hope.
And He wears sunglasses. And he wears contact lenses.
There's hope. There's hope.
I want to believe there's hope. But I ain't see that one coming. Just now we got a party too. Party go be just down too.
Well, only a matter of time before people start thinking.
I feel party next. You know?
The only constant in life is change, you know.
No, I hear you, boy. But look again. Look more coming from him. Go in the bank for a loan, and we'll see who is disadvantaged. Nah, Tommy boy. Tommy, you sent something to Trinidad and Tobago.
That's top secret.
Hey, reporter, welcome. Reporter,
welcome.
Oh, hold on, reporter. Hold on. Here we go. Sorry about that. Welcome. A reporter call back. Yes, Tommy.
Hello?
When I see that.
Yes, reporter. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, reporter. We hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I listen to brother from over Anderson, KFC, everybody who listening around this time. No, Wall Street, you're the situation here right now in this place now where somebody's paying them people. Some of them want Kamala Prasad-Bissessar to leave. They want her to go. She is not attractive. But yet still, we on the doorstep of a general election, and this is the mother of all election. This one, trust me.
Correct.
When the road this country went down, this is a real big election now. This election, including a kind of big payback in politics, because here what is going on. The state of the country economy right now and the amount of lies being told in this country, we have to be careful what we're doing whenever the election bell rang. I'm going to tell you something. We heard the opposition leader bring a first part in her budget, her manifesto that she's going to be working with in this country. Now, that is for every creed and race to listen to and make that choice. Now, the PNM come back in an election. Now, last election, there was voting for reform. This general big monster election, they are going to vote to wait till 2027 to release the belt of the citizens' waste. Well, I say, Trinidad and Tobago, each one tell the next one. You see, if this country don't have election observers whenever that bell is ring, better next party becomes the opposition in this country. It will be very unfair to the citizens to allow this man to run an election in this country without observers. Because look what you did. You promised the people them a release in 2027, while the opposition first move is to take back VAT off of food that is a cooler for the root of the country. She's going to give back the laptops to the children. That is an ease for the country. But you telling us, tighten the belt, and things go happen for us in 2027. And here the kind of money or they're talking about to do this, to do that. Schools barely getting supported, and we have people calling national radio before they start to listen plenty and don't call and make themselves a fool. You can't defend this. The country will move, Dr. Rowley. And I want to close by saying this. You see that Balize house? You see that Balize house, all they're fighting to keep? That is all they're doing, fighting to keep the Balize house, because remember, you all didn't offer us nothing. Whatever you all giving to us is quite in 2027 if the people go mad and play mad and vote back PNM. Okay? That is one of the things we had to make sure. That Balize house, we have use for that. What you didn't give, we will take that from you. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, thank you.
And the world, sorry.
That's all right. Thank you, reporter. Listen to this, I just received something here. It says, this is an article in AZP News. How did Young get patriotic fake documents? Asks Munilal. Urupooch MP Dr. Rudal Munilal is questioning how Minister of Energy Stuart Young obtained a document alleged to be a fake wire transfer from Patriotic Energy when it was supposed to be under review by an independent evaluation committee for the purchase of the Point-of-Peer refinery. Tommy, I'm gonna give you who's on the board of directors of TPHL or whatever it is. I'm gonna give you the board of directors, so stay tuned. Speaking on Tuesday during his contribution to the budget debate, Dr. Monilal said, "How it works, Madam Speaker, is when you send your documents to the evaluation committee. If they believe something is amiss, they have a duty to address it with the authorities. Politicians don't get involved in that. But Madam Speaker, this is the questions they will answer." Dr. Monilal also referred to a press release issued by, here's the company, Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited. And I want to tell you guys who's on the board of directors of Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited, TPHL. Tommy, let me just take a guess, Tommy. Let me take a wild guess. We guessing now, folks? All we guessing, So we put a disclaimer ahead of time, Tommy. We're going to guess. Right? In your guesstimation, Tommy.
Go ahead.
Do you have a general idea what type of people you think will be on the Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited? Because they released a document talking about this alleged fake document. Let me see now. What do you think?
Well, ideally, you would have engineers and people in the petroleum business on a board like that.
You start good. But keep going. You start good. Is that board there? Is that board?
Yes, a board.
Hold on a minute. Let me take this call. KFC, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washi. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, KFC.
Mr. Good night, Anderson, reporter, Tunji, and the right thinkers. Listen. Anderson, let's keep the fire blazing. Washi, I feel like I saw that person on the board, boy.
Say that again?
I feel like I saw the person on the board.
Guess.
I feel the speaker yours. She was going to be on that board.
Oh, Tommy. You hear that?
Yeah, man?
Yeah. You hear that,
Tommy?
Look, so listen, wash it.
Yeah.
I will call back and I go let the world know how the PNM is operate. I look to listen.
Yeah, man. Tommy, so let me just continue reading this article in the AZP News. Right? So they talk about a press release issued by Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited. COP, welcome.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
That's at night.
That's at night.
Keep night to you. And this number on the Tuesday. And this number on the toes.
Yeah, nah, even Tommy was on his toes, you know. And he was
for real.
But he uses vocabulary good.
Very good.
He bat in the crease. Nobody can say he get LBW.
Yeah.
You understand? He bat before wicket. Bat before you know when you hit batter and hit pad after you can't be out.
Right, but we just have to make sure we ain't
get no LBW.
We just have to make sure we ain't get stumped out.
When I hear you bring out that record, I say, what is the first time I hear that?
Disclaimer.
First time I hear that disclaimer. And why was that 95.9? Uncle Tony?
Yep.
Anyway, this is the BTM crew. We love you. Continue what you're doing. And I myself want to ask that question. I myself want to find out that question. It's amazing. It's amazing what happened with our country, Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony, I know you have a little love for the PNM still. Nothing wrong with that. That's your democratic choice. But I don't feel you like Rowley administration. But the PNM, you have some love for them. Nothing wrong with that. I give you a right for that. But Who give Dr. Rowley the privilege and the authority to sell out we assets? To sell out we assets. We had an election the other day. Dr. Rowley do manifestos and he then was say to go and sell we assets. Look like here, Bunila say to sell out Federation Park, the housing development. You know how much houses over there? So what is our next Indian man, or our next foreigner, or our next businessman going and get we assets again? And then them going to continue renting or do some kind of development and then become successful. And what we renting, we can't be successful? How Dr. Rowley administration can be cutting it so way? You can't just take we assets and sell out we assets. Today, tomorrow, you not over there. We want we assets. We need our assets for the future of our country. It have no countries in the Western Hemisphere, none in the Caribbean, taking the assets and selling out the assets on them. Everybody keeping the assets for the future of the country. Why Dr. Rowley want to sell we own? Dr. Rowley, your mother and father give you that. That is not yours. You work for that. We put you in position to secure we assets and work on behalf of the future of this country, Dr. Rowley. You bleeping up we assets and taking it and doing what you want. Look, the opposition leader speaking in Parliament. $50 million for the office of the Prime Minister entertainment. What kind of entertainment is that? Wall Street, what type of entertainment is that? What kind of luxury entertainment is that? And why children don't even have, young girls don't even have stay free to put on when they see in the monthly in Trinidad? That is not my statistic. That is the ministry statistic. Young girls, young boys under pressure in school. Young female utilities and hygiene things, they can't even buy that. The people them who just make the pad and put it in the grocery shelf, them reveal a statistic. They say none is selling. And look at what Dr. Rowley doing with money. Look at what Dr. Rowley was doing with money. Enjoying himself. Luxury party. Wine and dine. Ham, lamb and jam. And trend suffering in this country. Trend dying in this country. Mothers and fathers, grandmothers and fathers dying of diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attack. Dr. always spending with money, laughing and drinking nice with the ministers and them. Watch how big and fat Faris Alwari getting. Watch how big and strong the half Chinese man getting. Small pin. Just enjoying luxury life of a taxpaying money. Whilst people hungry and suffering. And all just going in the parliament and talking nonsense, garbage and foolishness. Belittling the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. If I want to say something tonight at Wall Street, and I must say this, if I support this people's, the UNC, for this 2025 general election, and UNC win the general election, you see all the allegation that the UNC is making now on the PNM, because the allegation that they're making on the PNM, it is a 50%, 50 times worse than the allegation that the PNM was making our Kamala Prasad business administration. It is 10 times and 100 times worse with the allegation that the UNC making on the PNM. And anytime I win election, and may see none of them PNM people them get locked up, or let's try to get back with money, that will be my end at the United National Congress. Because for years, I fighting with the UNC for nonsense to stop in this country, to bring down the PNM, to make sure the PNM cannot, when we have the authority and be allowed to be robbing with for so much a years. For so much a years, and Dr. Rowley wants to sell out the assets. Who tell you Federal Park is yours? Who tell you Federal Park is yours? You work for whatever you achieve. We don't know how you get, but we know you was working for 30-something years in the PNM party. We sure your grandfather give you that piece of land where you had a good penny. Sell that now. Sell that now. When you want to sell out the assets, we can never be contented with that. We can never be appreciative of that. The people them that all you bring from St. Lucia Green and all of them and bring them in Trinidad over here, them might be contented with that. Because they have one standard to die up here now. Them don't understand that the resources of the land must trickle along to the future of the country. Them don't understand that. Washington, Uncle Tony, have a good night. I'll be back.
You too, Kunji.
Tommy,
Yes.
We was talking about TPHL, Trinidad
Right.
Holdings Limited.
Right.
They issue a press release today. Here it is. Let me read it for you all. 8th of October 2024, media release. TPHL for immediate release alleged U.S. transfer of funds. Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited, TPHL, is in receipt of a document submitted by Patriotic Energy Services Company Limited. Now think about this, Tommy. And Stuart Young in Parliament read out that he happened to get a copy of the document. You understand? Let's go on. TPHL is in receipt of a document submitted by Patriotic Energy Service Company Limited in furtherance of its non-binding offer for the Garakaria refinery, which documents was specifically identified as evidence of a wire transfer of 1.5 billion United States dollars into a local bank account with Patriotic Energies and Technology Company Limited as the beneficiary. Information to hand suggests that there was no such transfer. Accordingly, the said document have been referred to the company's legal advisors and the relevant authority for advice, including whether any offense has been committed, and thereafter to take whatever further actions may be warranted. Now let's go to the directors of TPHL.
Okay.
Directors: Michael A. Kwamina, SC, Chairman.
Okay.
Who is Michael Kwamina? You guys answer that for me, please. Who is Michael Kwamina? Renal Ajoda Singh, Deputy Chairman. Vincent Bartholomew, Everett Bennett, A.V. Chady, Malan George, Newman K. George. You know Newman George?
I know the name. I don't know him personally.
Well, no, you already name?
Yes, of course.
Who is Newman George? I'm just asking because, we don't live in Trinidad and Tobago, so we asking questions. Who is Newman George? We have Selwyn Lashley and Eustace Nancis. So that is the board of directors of TPHL. So I wonder how Stuart Young get that document, whatever document they said he supposedly had in Parliament.
Well, as we see, TPHL is denying that happened, right?
Well, I don't know. They denying it?
What did you just read?
Okay, hold on. Let me take this call. Hold on. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Let me take this. Good night, Mr. Washit.
Good night.
So I guess what, right?
KFC, you guess one right. You get one right.
Human Jordan and all the board. You're not boarding and in the AGC too.
Yeah, and Michael A. Kwamina.
Yeah, the man board. What should I working behind the scene until I went on a board? Before I got in the board, everybody don't know who's me already. And I paid the one who on the board. Come and tell me that girl make it bad for she don't call them because they're watching on. But she call my government name. They're watching she on the board. She don't tell them that so and so son. But was it? It is by was it by
victimization.
What? all of the tell them are too challenging. So the moment from by that board and say down head office, they think in there. So they say they go and work over the calculation. Two calculations now anything. They say one is one something. That would print out, and the next one is two something that would write out. So when I leave it, the office now, they ain't calling me all the time because me lying down, I pushing my thing. You know, when I leave it, they're calling me and tell me they give me the wrong documents, bring it back. I say I bring it back nothing. I credit to my lawyers and them. What a chance. I'm gonna fight down quick down to the office, and the woman who was giving me hopes and thinking there, I'm thinking it. You know, when I go down to the office, you know, I go bounce up the woman and she daughter, she went down and drop the files. Yeah. We take a rock and she. When I go back, the woman say give she 2 weeks. She go check up the calculation. You know, they say that it's two something. Yeah, she not, Mr. Yeah, talk to me nice thing in there. Yeah, she not, Mr. Williams. You have to sign this paper. Say,
KFC.
KFC going just so boy.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, boy, just so boy.
He'll call back.
Yeah, you go call back. All right, since we here, Tommy, I wanted to do something I didn't do yesterday. I wonder if Patty's still there. Let me go to the chat. I want to make sure Patty and Gon Joseph and them still here because I want them to listen to this. You know, we just only do we homework, Tommy. Let me go back to the chat. Gordon Joseph says, good day all, another program. Let's hope when it's over, most are better off. BJ says, go in the bank for a loan and we'll see who's disadvantaged. Annette says, I'm not seeing Heavy and TC show. Okay. Caribbean Soul says, good night to you, Caribbean Soul. Wall Street election closed. Hines using parliament privilege to accuse the UNC of a 60K payout for a man to commit murder. Them fellas and them should stop being able to get away with that stuff in parliament. JB Harper, welcome. All this study PNM UNC WW3 right around the corner. Study that. Yeah. Caller, welcome.
Yes, good night, Uncle Tommy and Uncle Wall Street, Professor Wall Street and everyone. Yeah, it's sad, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, regarding, I was going to call you about a couple things, and one of it was dealing with this patriotic issue. And, you know, the sad thing is, let me ask you a question. You know, I told you I worked in Wall Street. And the institution that I worked for just happened to work during the late 1990s and into the 2010s with Trinidad Petrotrin. So I'm very accurate with what was happening with Petrotrin. Now, the fact is, I just want to ask you this, ask anybody. If you are making a bid for a company, as what Stuart Young said in Parliament, under parliamentary privilege, you're making a bid. Why would you be transferring 1.5 billion US for a company when has been mothballed, Garakara refinery? And I want to really, you know, spend some time explaining to you what happened with this first patriotic bid. Why would a company, patriotic now, making another bid after they were accepted and rejected and accepted and rejected, be making a wire transfer for 1.5 billion US, and we are now going through a preliminary stage? Let me just point out something, and I want Mr. Colmember and Mr. Stuart Young to know there are people who knows about corporate finance and project finance. When the first bid was made, I want people to go back. I want people to listen carefully. And come in, but this was before the election. and he was boasting about patriotic winning. He went on a P&M platform. The original offer was for $750 million. I want people to go back and check this. Now, when Carl Imbert and Mr. Rowley and the rest of the team who accepted patriotic, Mr. Imbert came and said, Patriotic made the first offer for $750 million. They had Citibank as the investment bank who would help with the financing. And he went back subsequently and he said, hold on to your money, Patriotic. We will give you a 3-year deferment. And we will work out a schedule for you to pay over 10 years. I want people to go back to hear that. Now, later, when they started doing with the dealings of Patriotic and the government of Trinidad and Tobago, Carl Imbert and Franklin Kahn did not know what is called subordinated debt. Subordinated debt is basically when they refinance the bonds that were coming due, that Rowley said they couldn't pay, the $750 million that they financed, or $850 million, somewhere around that, for at 9.75 coupon. That means for every $1,000, you're going to pay $9.75. They couldn't pay the coupon, the bullet, which was in 2018. They refinanced it, and unbeknownst to Carl Imbert, who is supposedly a finance minister, he did not know that the new bondholders, when they reorganized the company and they broke it up into 4 companies under TPHL. They broke it up into Heritage, they broke it up into Paria, they broke it up into Guaracara, and they broke it up into Petrotrin. The new bondholders put a lien on the assets of TPHL, which was part of Guaracara. So why am I pointing out this? So when Patriotic had organized, they came back and they realized that the bondholders say you can't release the assets to Patriotic unless they get their money for part of Guaracara. Because Trafigura, who was going to give Patriotic what is called working capital of $500 million, wanted to have what is called a first lien. And then is when Carl Imbert and Franklin Kahn realized the mistake they made. And I'm saying that because it went from $750 million, you could go and check it. And I want anybody to come and tell me I don't know what they're saying. The $750 million dropped to $500 million because Citibank went away. So now, I don't want to go to the whole story, but I'm asking you, if it dropped to $500 million almost 5 years ago, how come a company like Patriotic, who is making a bid, would have a wire transfer for $1.5 billion when the assets have been mothballed for the last 6 years and they are not fully buffered? In other words, when you mothball a refinery, you have to make sure everything is working. Why would you have a transfer for $1.5 billion and you're still in the preliminary stage? I would leave it at that.
Thank you.
These guys don't realize, and I didn't want to point this out. There's something in law, business law, called reliance. Carl Imbert allowed Patriotic to spend money during the first bid, and they relied on Mr. Imbert, the corporation soul, that when he said you're going to get a deferment of 3 years and then you're going to pay it off of 10 years, they relied on that. And they lost out on that. That is, and I'm telling you as a tax-paying Trinidadian, people should realize Patriotic can sue the government of Trinidad and Tobago, because if the person who comes in and takes that asset, what Kunji and everybody is very concerned about, they take that asset, they can sue for breakage because they break the contract, because Carl Imbert gave reliance, and there's something called errors of omission and commission in business finance. If you make an error, you could do it willfully or you could do it based on a mistake. you're still liable. I can tell you that because I have to pay that when I'm doing financial consulting. So the fact is, I will leave the crowd with this. Why it is Mr. Young could come and say that he has a fraudulent document for 1.5 billion when the assets were not even worth 500 million because Mr. Imber impaired the assets by 250 million. He reduced it from 750 to 500. And when the reporter asked him, nobody picked up on that. When the reporter asked Mr. Imbert, when he and Franklin Kahn had said they can't do the deal, they went to Credit Suisse. They said, I thought it was 750. He said, well, no, it's 500 million. That's the present value of the 750. I am telling you that is nonsense.
All right, leave it there.
It was never 500 million.
Leave it there,
Go and
Richard.
check that.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man.
So the fact is, they don't want, leaving you with this, they don't want Patriotic to get that deal.
Yeah, man.
They don't want to get it, and it's going to be a big, big problem going forward.
Bless.
Good night, folks.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was clear. It was clear they were trying to railroad.
Yeah. It's clear. It's clear. And let me say this. It's clear. This PNM government don't want to give black people nothing. Nothing. But wait now. Tommy, I thought previously there was the preferred bidder. I thought at some point in time, was that ever? When
you know what's frightening? They misinformed the public so much they got the public against Patriotic.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah, can I Mr. Watch it? It's people look like me and you, victimizing their own people,
Yeah. Correct.
Once I got on the board at Black Friday, I would shred them. All of them have on red, red shoes. I feel like them campaigning by. But when I go on the board, I do more because I that shit kid. I do my investigation on the board. The woman who victimized me and bring it back to the board. She's a coordinator for URP. She a contract. She a business. She a all kind of thing under the PNM. They're not victimizing me, one shit. They're victimizing my two children. And I have all my papers and what them telling me there. But I was never there. Them that trying to make up a certain number and say I win this and I win that. But what should I fighting them?
Fight them.
The evil and wicked and stink, but
yeah, don't
you see PNM people the wicked and stink to their own people, by
don't be
frightened. We must not flip ourselves at all,
Yeah, man.
We fighting long we say when we talking out, we causing the PNM.
Yeah.
We could benefit from the PNM now, boy.
Yeah, man.
Because like Roger, your friend, we too black.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let him get a chance to feel. You understand? Caller, welcome. Black people ain't getting nothing under this PNM. Nothing for we under this PNM. I'm sorry to say, Tommy, we already have 375,000 black people living below the poverty line. 375,000. Nothing for black people under this PNM. With the blackest man who's the prime minister, who say the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley. Nothing for all you. That including me too and you, Tommy. I ain't leaving you out. Absolutely. And you too, Miss Atlanta. You included in that too. Miss Atlanta, welcome. Welcome.
Yes.
Miss Atlanta, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Miss Atlanta.
I just saw something, Mark. Miss Atlanta has to apologize. What do I have to apologize for? Let me make my apology.
Hold up.
Time.
Let me see. Hold up, Miss Atlanta. Let me see what it is here. I think Caribbean Soul put something in there. Where it going? But go ahead, make a contribution. I'll go look for it. Go ahead. Or you come to apologize.
Well, anyway, I have to see before I go because I saw Miss Atlanta something. But yes, I called because you were reading out something just now, and I don't know if you finished, you were saying who are on the board, who are the people on the board of Trinidad Petroleum or some kind of thing. So?
Yeah. I read out who was on the board. I read out the press release.
Right, but for what was the reason? Yes, you got it. So that's all I wanted to know. Who was on the board?
No,
who is the owner? Who is the owner of Trinidad Petroleum?
Well,
because
go ahead.
Let me tell all you. Remember, I went to school recess time, right? And I went to school, and my best subject was vacation time. So you have to explain it to me. Who is the owner now? Who is the owner of Trinidad Petroleum?
The state.
The state. The state is the owner. Yeah.
So you're talking about your thing? You are the owner. We are the owner of that?
Yeah, we are the owner.
HL, yes.
Yeah, we are the owner.
So then, well, and what you wanted to find out, what happened to the board? What happened to the board?
I was asking before I read if anybody know who was on the board, to try to prove our point now that Stuart Young happened to get a document. And when you look at the people on the board, it's P&M people. P&M
right,
people
so
on
what
the board,
that means?
right? So if they get a document from TPH or whoever the acronym is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody slipped that document to them, and they could go in Parliament because they have cover in Parliament and read it out and say just happen to appear in their mailbox.
But I was just trying to understand. So how? Yeah, I can't understand if they could go and thief it. If you remember of a shop, you know, like if somebody have a shop or some kind of thing. This is funds. This is the people's fund, the state's fund. So how things could be alleged and you don't know who and all kind of thing. Why isn't says who did what? What Stuart Young did is what he said. What Stuart Young said, he got a piece of paper.
Yeah,
he got something.
He said, I think, you know, this thing just happened and things just appear in your
I
mail.
mean, no, we don't know, no. Who he got the paper from?
He didn't say. He just said he gave.
He
didn't say who he got it from. He just said he gave it.
And then all it take, well, I don't listen to me. When people talk and thing and they can't say who, when, where, what, or why, it doesn't bother me. You know, they have to come. When I mean, it doesn't bother me. You can't speak like that to people. You understand? Your wife would come and tell me a man give you a piece of thing and you don't know who, where, when, and why. Your children could come home with something. Where that I don't know. Why are we so? Let me hear what Miss Atlanta need to apologize. She lying. She is lying just like Gordon. Yesterday she said Hyatt sort out what payments? Nobody. I didn't say it. Hyatt said they're not they're taking ordinary money. They're not worried. That was in the papers. Anyway, I just read from the papers. Right? It's what the papers, what Hyatt said. So if I'm supposed to apologize, she lying just like Gordon.
Wow.
Hyatt sort out TT payments. I never said that. Tell her check the listen back to what I said to Wall Street and see if I still have to apologize.
All right.
And I will.
Okay. Thank you.
And you, Mr. Wall Street, I'm looking to you. Remember, I told you I went to school recess time. I'm looking to you for my education. You have to go to Stuart, get Stuart Young on this program on the phone or something, and ask these people. Yeah, I remember you're a good speaker, you're an intelligent man. Bring him on and said, so where I get name things, they can't be alleged. Something alleged.
Mr. Atlanta.
Yes.
My telephone number was passed around to certain P&M MPs. And they say whenever you see that fella number, run far from your phone. Turn off your phone.
Wall Street.
Turn off your phone. Let me take this
Wall
next
Street.
call. Let me take. Go ahead.
Wall Street. Yeah. All you have to use is another phone. Okay? Don't use your phone.
All right.
Use Tommy phone. Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Go ahead. Porter. You Porter, welcome.
Yes, my brother. Good night again, and brother Tommy there. You see to the brother who was explaining the whole run along with Petrotron. I so sorry. I think I hear that, but I already give me that rundown. And let me tell you something. That's one of the main reasons why Dr. Rowley and the P&M have to come out of office. Wall Street, When last you come home?
To vote for the PNM.
When that was last election?
Yeah.
You making that joke, you know? You're not serious, you know?
Not serious? Well, I would like to you for. Remember, my mantra is a liar has no memory. The last time I came home was to vote for the PNM. I ain't lying.
All right. Well, I want to say this. In 2010, when the PNM get 2912, I was one of the main voice. Work from Shadoramas to Toko, then Point 14. And we got a 6 seat against the PNM. Since after that, I never really go back and no political machinery. I was a part of the COP machinery. And there's no how. I will campaign for free just to make sure this man answers some questions here, because let me tell you something, my brother. It's too much of poverty here that they don't want to talk about. Too much of, but you know, man, the place is in a mess. Right now, they pick up a new thing, they're finding body here. They're finding, nobody ain't finding money, you know, you're finding dead body, you know, decomposing body right now, you know. Is that what's going on here right now, you know? If the people then feel it's joke this country only this man, we have to remove Dr. Rowley from office. It's no if or no maybe. Remember to tell you something. 5 years of a government is not an eternity. We must be able to trust somebody as the PNM showing what they are made up of. From the time Dr. Rowley tell us we had to begin to wheel ourselves off the government, we were supposed to wheel ourselves away from he and the PNM. The country was to do that. We didn't do that. So all they do make this man come with, they don't come already, and they see that media review. They will come with, when they come with that media review, all you taxi drivers who feel all they get away right now because budget call and gas in touch, give the beast power. Just give that beast power and they go see what go do to we here. PNM only had to go, but I will work for free just to move all from office. Wicked are gone.
Yeah, man. Bless. Tommy, I want to read something before we go for the break. This is anytime, this is how PNM does operate when they hire companies to bring companies to Trinidad. And when they get a report, they just put it on the desk and read it out in our budget. But before I do that, I want to play something here. Let me play, and I have some videos I want to play before we go. Let me see where this video is. Let me try down here and see. I want to play this video. Let me see here. Because we just play videos here from any program. We just play all kind of videos, you know. Some people doesn't want to play with videos because I don't know. But we just play anybody videos. Tommy, hold on, Tommy. Tommy, hold on, Tommy. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to play this video for you. I want all you to listen to how. Tommy, let me take this call off here. I had to tell this person on a radio program. I'll call them back. I want to take this call off here. All right?
Yes. While he's off air, remember the numbers to call in. 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
Yes. Okay. It's not that video. Let me see. I saved that video here because I wanted people to listen to. People are waking up, you know. People are waking up.
Of course. Only so long they can sleep.
Yeah, it's only so long you could sleep. When you see the devastation, you know, this RPNM is like a tsunami, you know. It's a tsunami pass on the last 9 years under these people, you know. All they think is joke. All they think is joke. You know, joke, you know. A man went from 800,000 people, $800,000, Tommy, to 50 million for entertainment, Tommy. And the children's allocation for the children was $1 million. We go play that video too. Well, listen to our former PNM confession. Or listen to this.
Good afternoon. Hi, good day, fellas.
Yes.
First time caller to the program.
Welcome.
Right. Well, I want to share. I know today's a short program, so that's why I want 4 minutes.
Yeah, go right
So
ahead. Go right ahead. Since you're a
Right.
first time caller, you're gonna get some leeway. So you go right ahead.
Right. Well, I've been honest with you. When I now started listening to the program, I listened for a few seconds. I got stupid steady station. After a while, I started listening to that 10 minutes, stupid steady station. After a while, half an hour, steady station. Now, I was going full 3 hours. Right? Now, fellas, the only thing to get my family together, 2 events, is Christmas and election day. The night we'll come, we go barbecue, because we never voted for nobody else but the PNM.
Well, you never voted for nobody else but the PNM.
But the PNM.
All right. Go ahead.
Right, so one day now I listen to it, so I put myself as a citizen of Trinidad.
Right.
And I asked myself, if another administration was doing all this was happening, what if I would have liked that? And the answer is no. I would have been looking to protest. I would have looking for the shut down this country.
Right.
Right, then I started waiting, right? I said 10 years ago, when I was using my car for work, I used to use I used to take $120 to fill up a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Now it costs me $340 to fill up a tank. Right? Me lie, when the other party was in power, I was only had to buy bags, shoes, stationery for when school opened back every term. When this party was my party was in power, I had two children, one starting Form 1 and one starting Form 4.
Right.
I spent almost $6,000 in textbook alone.
Hey.
Right? As a man, used to make a little grocery every fortnight.
Right.
I used to pay about $1,100-$1,200 for my grocery. Now, I buy less. I have to cut back to something. It cost about $1,900 for a fortnight. Right? Now, I is on a fixed income, right? And when things go up, it keeps chiseling away. Me, like 10 years ago, I had $1,000 after I pay my little bills and to flex with the
Right.
signature on.
Yeah, you had a little $1,000 to squeeze.
Right now, there's a lie. I need minus because right now I pay in flow a little something, so they go cut me off.
Mm-hmm.
I pick out a little thing from standard, a little stove and a fridge. I pay them a little something so they won't tease me now, boy.
Right.
Just to get by. You understand? And then one day, I said, I'm watching my feature. And I watch them on the TV, and I said, on the couch, I watch them. And I say, see me, I love my family, and I love my children. Me, I love no party more than my own children.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lie. You see, this election, me and nobody follow the election. This election, I could never see myself voting for the PNM. It was too hard for us. Thank you, fellas, and have a blessed day.
And thank you for your testimony, and thank you for waking up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, brother.
Hear that? I want you all to listen to this one here. Listen to this. Listen to this one. Hold on, All right, hold on.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. But I do apologize for the delay.
Today, under the PNM, you get 20 liters of diesel for $100. The diesel you paid $100 for under the UNC now costs $327 under the PNM, which directly affects the cost of food, transport, and services.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. But I do apologize for the delay.
Today, under the PNM, you get 20 liters of diesel for $100. The diesel you paid $100 for under the UNC now costs $327 under the PNM, which directly affects the cost of food, transport, and services.
Thank you very much.
You hear that? You hear that?
Yep.
Hear that? Hear that?
Of course.
Yeah? Listen, that's why them 375,000 black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley, they're suffering peacefully. Yeah, Brooklyn, welcome. Brooklyn,
Hey, good night to you all. Shit. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night.
Dear listeners and viewers. What COP? I hear you to say Uncle Tommy is a PNM, but you do like Rowley. It's not that to know. It's Uncle Tommy have plenty PNM friends still. So that's what it is.
Don't we all? We all have friends on both sides of the divide.
Yeah. But I mean, I know you on Wall Street has been PNM for quite a long time. It's just that all they're not PNM now, but all their friends are still there. But now let me make it. No, sorry, let me take back that. Wall Street is not no friend in PNM. They want to crucify Wall Street like Jesus. Wall Street, they go scare Tommy, but you see Wall Street, they say Wall Street mouth, they can't take it. They want to crucify. One time I hear Sharon Felix big him up, big on the radio. No, she don't want to take a call. But what I call for, I want to say this, Let me get to the seriousness. I want to say this. I, as a youth man growing up in Mova, I used to see a community leader when we had to line up, skipping the line with the boys and walking straight in Fitzgerald Hines' office. And I had plenty court clothes. Fitzgerald Hines' office, right? First it was in Lower Mova, just above Market School. Then it went up by the health center up there in the back of the fire station. So me talking to them, say I was there. And I used to see this community leader coming and getting big contract under the PNM. Both PNM come and lost the election. UNC come in. This community leader decide he want to support UNC and go and run for something in Mova. All of a sudden, Fitzgerald Hines himself jump out and say, the UNC is putting criminals. The UNC is putting criminals to run to represent you people of Mova. You see, you saw PNM people, you saw Hines and them twisting. When he was giving him all the contract, he didn't know he was bad. He didn't know he was a criminal. He didn't know he was a menace to society. Right? He was a good man, a decent man. But once he decided to do so and, represent the people, because under the PNM, he probably was representing the people, but, he wasn't representing them full 100. So he decided, look, the UNC win. This is a start for him. Let him represent the community. All of a sudden now, in the eyes of the Gerald Hines and the PNM, who was giving him all the time, everything, he become a criminal. That's why they could have come out. That's why the Gladiator could have come out and say that the PNM is using Dolce the money to campaign. Not me say that, That is all over. The Gladiator put that out there. But it seems like Dolce the money run out. Dolce the money probably run out now. It's a few years well. So they have to take from 80,000 for entertainment. How much? 40 or 50 million. From 80,000 to 40 or 50 million for entertainment. Because the PNM like entertainment. But the blood money probably run out. Not me saying that. That is what is out there. But what I am saying is what I see for myself as a young man growing up in Mova. A man used to line up like we used to walk in, but two men on the side. And when we reach by Hines' door, a lady sit down. She said, Hines ain't seeing nobody else. Or they go home, or they come back next week. We not bad, man. So we had to listen. But if Hines ain't seen nobody else and that person walking after the doors locked, he going back in the office and sit down to organize business. I witnessed that. So let a friend when Anderson says certain things, Anderson know what he's saying. And that is the type of person to put in we country as Minister of National Security. Such a shame. Such a shame. But they can't fool me no more. They can't fool me no more. Well, should Uncle Tommy have a good night?
Yeah, man. Bless. Folks, it's
Same
in
to
the
you.
with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. We're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Stick and stay. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Washington.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
I refuse to sit down and turn the page. In the country, too much of that nonsense taking place. In the country, drug men do no business and we just see. In the country, under the guise of respectability. In the country, no, you can't get your children, crime doesn't pay. In the country, when they see drug millionaires every day. In the country, drug control in big stores, hotels and malls. In the country, and I feel like the police are no back in the country. Could you tell me where have all the good men gone? Where don't they know what's going on? This country we love, and you know now where Father, send on them guidance and leadership. Help, Father, lend a hand, help, for send on a man, help, tell me who to trust, help, Father, please your most, help, 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 help. Men we respect and worship like king. In the country, we never suspect the people in the country. The drug business people living like czar. In the country, big man can say, oh, that's not the time. In the country, no, this business is run by no little man. In the country, they are always facing top position. In the country, still police say the nameless, they have no place. In the country, so they could only make marijuana case. In the country, could you tell me where have all the good men gone? Where don't they know what's going on? This country we love, heading on our worship, Father, send out some guidance and leadership. Help, Father, lend a hand, help, or send on a man, help, then we who to trust, help, Father, please you must, help, 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 help. We have more drug business than barbecue. In the country, keepers and the lawyer telling them fool. In the country, they're doing their moving in and out. In the country, drug money like you stealing people mouths. In the country, if you vote drug business, we come in first. In the country, drug is now in industry and commerce. In the country, hey, look for money dressed up in suit and tie. In the country, only passing and making police sweet eye. In the country, could you tell me where have all the good men gone? Where don't you know what's going on? This country we love, heading on our way. Father, send on some guidance and help, Father, lend a hand, help, or send on a man, help, then we who to trust, help, Father, please you must, help, 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 help.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. You work within my budget and help me feel good.
On WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to In the Village with your host, with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott, 21-7.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix.
What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
Yeah, it's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. You are listening to In the Village with your host, with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Caller, welcome. Caller.
Hey, good night again, Mr. Anselm. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, all the texters, everybody on the live. So leave me alone. Serious now. I make some joke. So you see that clip you don't play there with that gentleman? You see, he's a family man. You hear what the man say? He say he sit down and look at his children and think about his children's future and say this RPNM government ain't taking me no way. It's time he gonna vote against him. So you see that conscious people, like family people. So Mr. Anselm, I just want to say something. So you know, if you check it out, Eric Williams closed down the railway, Manning closed down Caroni, and Rowley closed down Petrotrin. It's a trend, right? Yeah. And Mr. Anselm, I know if I'm correct because I was not wrong in Eric Williams time, but where Eric Williams said the future of the country is in the children book bag, right? Yeah. So let me look at it from Manning, Kamla, and Rowley. Manning created gate for the children so they could be educated and they could have a better life. Kamla came into power, she gave laptops, you know, technology level. You know, you have to boost it up. What Rowley did, build a library. I can't break it down more simpler than that. Correct. And if people who have a little common sense and a little knowledge to see that this man ain't doing nothing for them, what are you going to do again, Mr. Anselm? What are you going to do again? Yep. Manning would give gate, cannot give laptop, Rowley build a library. People wake up. Look on this, Mr. Anselm, Mr. Tony.
Yep.
Move defender, welcome. Move defender.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, shit. I'm glad you played that video from TC in every program. It now remind me of something. This morning I listening to the Mugabe station, and trust me, Wall Street, this is really the Mugabe station now, eh? I really believe this is the Mugabe station.
Oh, God.
Fuad Abubakar, I would like to call him. Yeah. Fuad Abubakar had a program this morning at 919 where he was talking about Trinbago and certain situation in Trinbago. During the conversation, he paused. And the DJ from the PNM gang now told him, stop talk about that. So he asked him, what do you mean? He said, I was sent a message for you to stop talk about Trinbago because we do business with Trinbago. So Fuad asked him, I'm talking the truth, you know, what? So he showed Fuad the message we got. So Fuad told him, well, what you saying and what the message is two different things. The message saying tread lightly, you telling me stop talk about it. And then they went to a break. I find that was the biggest disrespect of Fuad Abubakar in history. And I can't tell him how to live his life. But one thing I sure I was not the one today is go back on that station after they did me that. Because I tried to call in and they purposely did not answer my number. Because apparently the DJ who threatened Wall Street, an American citizen, he is the controller of the board. And trust me, that was very distasteful. Trust what I'm telling you, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. I say I'm going to bring that to your attention.
Yeah, man.
One more thing I want to bring to your attention before I go. Well, one of plenty. Wall Street, I need you to start back to big videos about this Exim Bank.
No, we have them here.
Exim Bank.
We have all of them
it's
here.
It's dying a natural death.
We have them here, you know. We have them here, you know. We have them here.
Yeah, we need to keep reminding the people Wall Street is dying right now, you know.
I know.
It's dying. I love my country, Happy Boris. I ain't him at all. Where's Happy Boris? What should I number? Give him a call now.
Give him a call.
See what's going on with my partner who love the country now.
Yeah.
Enjoy your night.
Yeah, man. So, I mean,
yes.
You know, we have always said that we are a balanced program. Eh? People could say what they want.
Always. We always.
Yes. Yeah, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Wall Street. Why you feel honorable? Patrick Mann never make that guy a minister in any government.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? You know fully why.
What? Mr. Gannett move a defender. But then this morning I listened to that show. I find that the text, the DJ man, the tell words not to talk about that talk. Right after my boy Tunji calling. When Tunji make a contribution, he said thanks for taking my cause. You know what the man go say? I don't thank some you. That was evil and wicked PLF village, but the real bad man and stinking of all shit.
But go ahead, KFC. Go ahead. I'm gonna make my comment.
What? I know Fuad is a brother. I find Fuad as a man. He had to come up for that radio station like quick. You can't speak out that at all, boy. But you know Fuad as a man, he's an educated youth man. He's a lawyer too. He know how to talk. He not talking scandalous. But to stop the man from talking, so the man can't talk about Ramsey Moore. He say she victory. She's sweeping, she be cooking, bro.
KFC, as you bring that up, I saw that video with Beverly Ramsey Moore. I said that she's the president of Trinbago, a PNM party group. It's red. It's all red.
It's red.
Red.
And a big cook. And a big cook every she remember she had to begin and roll it out to begin and so she give it to 13 pieces of acres of land, 10 up at 2. All black people's daughters so by.
But you know, when I see Tommy, I see 275 votes for she to become president. Trinbago only had 275 votes. Tommy? 275.
Something wrong.
Something wrong. And I see the red background, the red backdrop. And listen, I have to be honest with all you. There's only so much time we have in a day in order to do videos and everything. When I saw that video with she in red, the backdrop is red, everything is red. I said that's a PNM party group.
I see that she in red, everybody in red, and she have a big cookie room and trying to say sweeping them clean.
Everything is red. And 275 votes to become president. I said, wait.
How many voting members are there?
You get a text.
Let's call Mr.
Trinbago and advertising at 91.9.
You may call Fuad?
Me see no big appetizer. Yes, come on, call it. I look to understand.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah. All right, hold on, Let me play this voice note. But Tommy, is Matt in Trinidad? Matt.
Yeah.
Let me see. Robert Nesbitt says, good night. I once called Miss Felix about body cams. What you should have heard her response. I was ashamed of asking her about that. Robert, you asking, what kind of intelligent question you asking, man? You serious? That the intelligent question you ask? The question you have to ask is, how much people that's been a CPEP gang or something like that? You asking question about body cams? Nah, man, nah. You you can't ask. Tommy, send Robert a text him and tell him I could give him some questions for him to ask. You gotta ask him like 1 + 1. You know what I mean? Yeah? Yeah. When I see that, Tommy, you see the video? Hey, Tommy?
No, run the video.
No, I ain't have it. Do I have it, boy? No, I ain't have it. I get it. But I wanted to put up Beverly Ramsey Moore, president of PNM party group, Pantrin Bagel, was re-elected.
You know, somebody sent me the video. I didn't even play it.
Yeah, I played. I was, well, I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked. You know, I have two things to do. I have to talk about this post here, and I also want to show. Oh! I was gonna call Fuad. Tommy, you tell me what you want me to do.
Yeah, let's find out who participated and whether they were invited.
All right. Let me do that. Let me call him. Because I don't wanna when I saw what happened this morning, Tommy, who is gonna hold radio stations accountable in Trinidad and Tobago, boy? Who?
Well, I wanna say that's one of the worst situations we have happening is that Fourth Estate in Trinidad and Tobago, who, not just radio station, but all of the media. All of the media.
Listen to this next one. Listen to Gordon Joseph. You read that comment. I don't even want to read that comment. You read that comment. Read the comment, Tommy. Like Gordon Joseph. Read it. He like the next one.
So if one decide to go with any of the national colors, the RPM. It's from the book of
listen to him again. Listen to him. Read it, Tommy. Read it. Let the people hear what he does have to say.
I ain't reading it, man.
You know, Tommy, it is sad, boy, when you have difficulties thinking critically. I ain't gonna call no name, Tommy, but if you call a name, I'll clap. But I ain't calling no names, eh?
True.
Because I ain't into name calling. But if you want to call a name, I'll clap. It is difficult when you are not thinking critically. Let me see if I can get forward here. It ringing. Tommy.
Let's invite him for Thursday, so he can give us.
We're going to fight him for Thursday.
He can give us a perspective on what transpired, how the election was run, whether it was free and fair, whether there was objectivity. We just need to know.
Listen to him again. It's sad when you can't get people to think what you. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah. Good night, Mr. Washington. Let's play a thing by Malcolm X. I really sit in a people stuff up peacefully, you know.
Think it easy.
Washington, you know me, you know, I lose Canada, you know, I have government because there's a government that says the people, that's what party you support. Not so?
Yeah.
What Washington, what about the suit by? I feel I will get you. I look to arrested.
Yeah.
Stink.
Yep.
To keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man is going to take your tooth. You're going to fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. So you sit there and because you got all that Novocaine in your jaw, you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening. Because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully.
Yes, the PNM have approximately 375,000 black people suffering peacefully. Yeah, I said it. They have approximately 375,000 black people suffering peacefully. Let's listen to this other one.
Now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? That party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you are dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party. You're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Catch hell from the same enemy. We're all in the same bag, in the same boat. We suffer political oppression, economic exploitation, and social degradation. All of them from the same enemy. The government has failed us. You can't deny that. We must understand the politics of our community. And we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart.
Yeah, caller, welcome.
Yeah, sorry, Uncle Tommy and Uncle Professor Walsh to call back again. I just wanted to clarify something. I was kind of emotional, Professor Wall Street, because why I was emotional? Because you know when you're seeing a train wreck and you're seeing things that because you're accurate, because you're familiar with it, and these things that are happening country. As I said, this is about country first. And I made an error, a slight error, when I told you the $850 million bond, it was floated back somewhere around 2009. And that goes back to the last PNM board with the deceased Malcolm Jones. It goes all the way back with the refinancing and because of cash flow issues that they took out that bond. And the sad part is, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and folks, is that when Trinidad and Tobago, and this is why I implore people to go and research, because we have a geologist and a civil engineer and a former civil petroleum engineer making financial decisions, and they're not relying on proper technocrats. They're not going to investment banks to get the correct advice because you cannot do it internally. That $850 billion, that there was a bullet payment. the interest rate was between 9.50% to 9.75%. That means it was $97.50 for every $1,000 bond. Bonds are denominated usually in 1,000 coupons. It can be sold on the market. So over 10 years, we almost paid the full coupon of that 850 million in interest, while Trinidad and Tobago had excellent credit rating. We will not be B- like what we are now, or junk status, or investment grade. So now, when this decision was made to give Patriotic this deal, do you know, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy and folks, that currently that Mrs. Bisesa Prasad, and I'm listening, Mrs. Bisesa Prasad pointed out that this particular round of bids that is going forward, where you have Owando that you talked about and the other Inca Energy or whatever, I'm not even following that. Do you know, under the procurement legislation, this sale of this Guaracari refinery is excluded from under the remit of the procurement? Mrs. Beverly Khan, who just pointed out that $5 billion in in contracts were questionable under this current administration, and people are going to get angry at people like me. But the fact is, Kunji pointed out why we selling these assets for, and it goes back to yesterday, where you pointed out the deficit that Dr. Rowley incorrectly pointed out that he ran up 119 billion and he going and borrow another 10 billion. They draw down 17 billion from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. The fact is we're running out of money and they have to find money. So there is, what I told you, there is going to be possibly a fire sale. And the sad part is there is no oversight. So I question again, why would I dealt with these things. Disbursing, you just don't disburse $1.5 billion like that. You have to go through a whole series of things with the bank. Why would a bank or an institution just send 1.5 billion and you have not even gone through the preliminary stage yet? There's so much things in terms of funding and document and agreements and so on before that money is dispersed. So I said, I am saying, I am not vouching my head for Anselm Rose. I don't know Patriotic. I don't know none of them. But I'm just saying a person who has worked in investment banking and dealing with these things and dealing with Trinidad and Tobago, this don't pass the smell test. You don't pass $1.5 billion. That is not chicken money. That's almost, 10 billion TT, just like that, for an asset that was worth, that has not even been evaluated. You have what is called preliminary RFPs, and you have to meet certain qualification standards before, and then you go to the actual RFPs where you eliminate certain people, and then you start moving forward with how you're going to do the financing and all of that. So I'm saying again, this asset is going to most likely end in litigation. It's looking like that. And you know who's going to pay for the price? You know who's the piper who will pay for it?
Taxpayers.
The taxpayers. And I'm saying we have to question this. Ms. Beverly Khan does not have the authority to go in and look at this deal. And I'm very concerned because we're running out of money. And if we have deficit financing, we had 76% debt to GDP ratio. I told you that anything about 77% is problematic because we're going to be diverting almost 10 billion in principal and interest payments every year going forward. We need to question this thing, and I just wanted to point it out. It's not $9; it's $97.50 on every $1,000.
Thank you, man.
Everybody have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me read something for. We educate. We don't imitate. We educate, and we don't imitate. We originate. Here is an article in the Economy Post, dated June 1st, 2024. Reveal Tinubu-led Owando PLC incurs Nigeria 156 billion losses in 2 years. Let me repeat that. Tinubu-led Oando PLC incurs Nigerian 156 billion losses in 2 years, lack assets to repay loans, other liabilities. Tommy, 156 billion nairas is 94.85 million US dollars. Right?
Yep.
But let's read on. Let's read on. Mr. Whale Tinubu, and folks, you all can Google this. Google, this is what I want you all to Google, because when we come here, we want to give you the facts, the whole facts, and nothing but the facts. So here what to Google. Google Tinubu, Tinubu-led Oando, Oando PLC incurs Naira, just put N, 156 billion losses in 2 years. That's all I want you guys to do. All right? Call a holy call. Holy call. Holy calls, okay? Let me finish this. Right? In 2 years, Tommy. Let me read it. Holy calls, fellas. Holy calls. Holy calls. We got to read this. Let me read this. Hold this. Holy calls. So, let me put this. Let me put this over here. So here it is.
And when a business losing money of that magnitude and remains in business, it's questionable as to what their real business is.
Tommy, hello. Correct is right. And the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right, have this company as one of the final bidders for the refinery. Tommy?
You see, what happened is that they know nobody in the country is going to fact check, going to vet, going to walk behind them, going to use some critical thinking when if and when they do. They expect it to just slip past everyone.
Yeah, and the thing about it, Tommy, is that, I mean, look, Patty, you, Gordon Joseph, PNM Fox, listen, all you have a right to support whoever all you want to support. Yeah, but oh God, all you. Every once in a while, and let me go back to this, let me digress a little bit, because I hear Gordon Joseph talk about I vote for PNM in 2020. Yeah, I just tell people because I telling you the truth. You ain't getting no fiction with me, it's the truth, and I let the truth fall wherever it may. But listen to this, Tommy. When I started to compare and contrast now, some statistics under the UNC and some statistics under the PNM, I said, but wait now, boy. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know Kamala Prasad-Bissessar reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3% in only 5 years. I said, but wait now, boy. You know, that wasn't just for the black people, you know. That have a lot to do with crime too, you know. You understand? Absolutely. And then came the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley, went from 17.3% to over 26%. So let me just take, for example, Tommy. Under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, it was 150,000. I'm just taking an example, and you reduce it to 130,000. Right? Just as an example. So when Prime Minister Rowley came into office, there was 130,000 black people living below the poverty line. When Dr. Rowley came into office, he doubled that. He doubled it. And you go tell me, I go sit down there and support that? Nah. Something had to be wrong with me. Something had to be wrong with me. And all the other numbers. So when you want to come and say, yeah, and you support them in 2000. Yes, I did. I did. But, right?
You didn't do your due diligence at that
Thank
time.
you, Tommy. You're full 100, Tommy. You are absolutely correct. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't. And that's my fault. I take full responsibility for that.
Just like those who are upset with us for talking the truth now.
Yes.
Blindly supported.
Blindly. Yes, caller, welcome.
Hey, good night to you. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy again, viewers and listeners. Wall Street are watching your nice setup, you have in the background there, right? And I see the little yellow. You know when Manning used to be on the platform, the PNM flag behind him, right behind the ballast, they used to have a little yellow spot. You remember that flag, Manning? All the PNM flag on that Manning. Behind the ballast, they used to have a little yellow spot. To show that, you know, the yellow is still part of we then. You know, we red and yellow is the government. We are the government. You know, Kid Christopher Rowley come and take out that little yellow spot and put it white. If you notice, every platform mount right now under the Kid Christopher Rowley, you must look at all the videos. All the Balize, all the PNM thing behind him, it have no yellow in it. He removed that yellow. And then they just want to tell you that UNC is hate. The Rowley PNM is hate. He put white. Because Rowley think he white. That's why Kamala call him an Oreo. He removed the yellow from my way. Oh, Manning flag, Eric Williams, everybody. The Bali PNM flag had a little yellow behind the Balize. And Rowley removed that yellow and put white. People, a lot of PNM didn't realize that. I watch that, watching a Manning video and see that. I say, I had to let Wall Street and them check that out, you know. The man removed the yellow and put white. You understand? And then they want to say, but the PNM is for unity. PNM is no unity. And I want to tell them, you see how they victimize KLC? I tell them already, I don't know who in charge of the Port of Spain Corporation. I understand that the person in America here is working, and every day the book is signing, because the man who in charge of the Port of Spain Corporation, and she had a little thing. So she's in America, and she working, hustling here, but she getting paid under the Port of Spain Corporation. But they victimizing my partner because he put his name on a little 10 days thing. He can't eat, he suffer, you know, the suffering he. But the people, not even in the country, you know, they leave the country for 6 months and they getting paid every day in the Port of Spain Corporation. Talk about corruption, that is corruption. The PNM not easy. Washington, Uncle Tommy, have a good night.
Yeah, man, bless.
Thanks.
Bless, man, bless.
First, he came for Patrick Manning, and I did not speak out, because I was unhappy with Manning. Then he came for Calder Hart, and I did not speak out, because he was appointed by Patrick Manning. Then he got rid of the Balize tie, and I did not speak out, because I didn't wear a tie. Then he came for the party groups, and I did not speak out, because I was in the cabinet. Then he came for you, and there was no one left to speak for you.
I think it's easy. But let me go to let me see if I could get these. Yeah, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Washit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Brooklyn. Where you feel the whitest for? To dance at the eyes. You rush what you say? Watch out, my children.
Watch out, my children, boy.
Yeah, don't get up with Rolling. Rolling a high sense, man. You know?
Yeah, you're real good. You're very astute.
But Mr. Washit, with that thing with Ramsey Mother, we are taking observers set to win this election, you know.
Yeah, I get observers.
Must get observers set to win this election, eh?
Yeah, I get observers.
Yeah, we have to get observers. We can't take another fight another PNM by
The
Washington.
hypocrisy of Dr. Keith Rowley's statement on it.
Wake up and see. But Washington, today I passed through my community where I born and grew. It's a man who still make sure the community have jobs and the community clean, the basketball, clean the fence and things fixing. But since that man passed away and the financer passed away, so the community looking by Washington by. all on Duncan Street I go and I see a set of grass growing on the building and kind of thinking, you know, when Kamala at the Columbia really youth something was getting work and thinking and painting the building. After that, who get incorporation, who get jobs and thinking nothing for the people in the research crowd who supported this PNF for years, boy. Oh God. Wash it really sad, but wash it out to get thank God they take off that blinkers, boy. And let's see what's going on right now, boy.
Okay, take a listen to this. All right. Take a listen to this, folks. Take a listen to this. Take a listen.
Let's come to the time of this government now. And we talk about fiscal years. When I use the year 2016, we talk about 2015 to 16, his first year in office. He says that his government borrowed $11 billion. The number in the review of the economy is $13.6 billion. For 2017, he says his government borrowed $6.1 billion. The correct figure as shown in the review of the economy is $10.3 billion. 2018, Prime Minister tell.
Hear that? 2 years, eh? So now, PNM people, right? Miss Kamala Prasad Bissessa put this out in public domain, eh? She fact-checked Dr. Rowley, right? Who do you believe now? Go and fact-check, right? To see who's telling the truth. Let we see who is telling the truth, right? Let's continue.
Us $1.9 billion was borrowed by his government. The correct figure as shown in their own book, The Review of the Economy, is $8.3 billion. 2019, Prime Minister says $6.6 billion was.
Yeah, 2019, he said 6.6, yeah? Right? He said 6.6.
Borrowed by his government in this year. The correct figure as shown in the Review of the Economy is $8.4 billion.
8.4. Oh.
2020, Prime Minister says $16.5 billion was borrowed by his government. The correct figure as shown in the Review of the Economy is $16.6 billion. 2021, Prime Minister says $8.2 billion was borrowed by his government. The correct figure, and this is a major difference, the correct figure is $13.8 billion borrowed by Rowley's government in 2021. 2022.
Tommy.
Yep.
Why do you go in the public space, Tommy, and feel you could just use this spaghetti theory?
Another departure from the Adams administration and a new indictment of a city official accused of being involved in a scam to collect illegal campaign contributions.
Political reporter Marcia.
If that worked for many years, and no one's questioned it, what do you expect?
I expect you to tell the people the truth.
Well, you know what you're working with.
But I don't expect you to lie.
I mean, you've seen evidence of the person you're dealing with.
PNM folks say Dr. Rowley responding tomorrow. Good. We want to know the facts. We want the facts. Yeah? But you know.
I guess PNM folks doing the research for him tonight.
Yeah. PNM folks will give him the research, and just before you go up on the podium, you go hand it to him.
Hand him the paper. Here's the facts.
Yeah. PNM folks will say, yo, Prime Minister Rowley, take this, use this. Go up there and see if you can lie again. Right? Lie again and see what will happen. Eh? Boy, folks, all you're good, you know. They're real good. But anyway, let's listen to this other one here. Not just that one, there's more. Let's listen to this other one here. Boy, to me, sometimes there's so much here, you don't know what. You can't play all of them. You really can't. Yeah? If it's one thing, I'd give the Mugabe station credit to me. They just give you real content, you know. You know the Mugabe, right?
Of course.
Yeah, the Mugabe station is giving content, boy. And Miss Salacious in the morning, like, hey, let them take that content. Let them cut that out too. And when we cut it out, they want to cost we. And they want to send threats to we, all kind of thing. Yeah, all listen to this too. Listen to this. This is more. All they think they easy. They ain't easy, you know.
They spent an estimated $162.47 million in 2024 on this same project. How can you say that UCLUB has not been paid for 6 years? We go back along the chain, go back, and you will see that the Ministry of Health has been paid, has been allocated, has been paid consistently for works done.
The Ministry of Health have been paying you the cut. And the man come on a platform and tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago, UDCOT haven't been paid in 6 years. Lord Father, please put a hand. That, you know.
By UDCOT on that central block. So all of that, as I'm saying, is under the Ministry of Health. UDCOT oversees this project. So how can Mr. Rowley say UDCOT was not paid for the last 6 years? That is another lie.
Not a lie. Another lie. We want him to come now and tell the people that UDCOT wasn't paid. Prove to us that they weren't paid. Simple. Right? No more can you just come to the public and lie. And Tommy, when they did that numbers with respect to the borrowing, right? You remember we did a ranking, right? And Mrs. Kamala Prasad take it a little further. She went and get the actual document and compare the numbers. And again, it proves to be another lie.
The allocations are in the government's own books. These are not made up by me or Central Bank. They are in the books that they give.
In the books. Right in the books.
Because every year and gave to us this year again the draft estimates of expenditure on the development program in particular. The actual Port of Spain Central Block expenditure from 2016 to 2023, all paid, allocated for, and paid by the Ministry of Health, totals $324.3 million.
$323.4 million. And UDCOT have been paid in 6 years. Patty, PNM Fox and Gordon Joseph, oh God, all you admit and tell Prime Minister Rowley to stop lying so much now, man. He's been tired, fact-checked. He's been fact-checked over and over and over.
How are you saying UDCOT has not been paid for 6 years? Has to be a lie.
That's the only thing it could be is a lie. Yeah? But Tommy boy, we hope that
the people will wake up. That's what we want them to do. Just think.
That's all you want them to do. Listen to Fox. Listen to PNM Fox. There are some things you cannot research.
So then you have to believe whatever they say.
Yeah, whatever they give to you, you have to take it lock, stock, and barrel.
What you can research is do research. There's some things you cannot and some things you can. I hope you listen to me, good Mr. Fox.
Yep. Ashford Legaton, I want to get this clear, Wall Street. You voted for PNM in 20. Very clear. Very, very clear. You're very clear, Ashford. 100%. You're clear. I has no memory, you know. I telling the truth. Wall Street, run with Kamala nonsense. You'll be disappointed. What are you talking about? Fox, you just said we gave you the numbers. The last show. Go and fact check them and see now, man. You just get the numbers from Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bussessa. We can give it to you again. Go and fact check it and see.
And Fox, you just have to go to Google and type in exactly what you want to get. It's all out there.
Or Tommy, or Fox. You know you could use artificial intelligence to bring you back information, eh? You know that, right? I hope you do. Yeah? As West says, P&M porters who still suffering pieces, we game over. This isn't a competition anymore. Rowley corrupted, even fraud to remain in the country. Soon he will serve the job. Too much lies. Too much lies. Why we play Black Stalin at the beginning of this show? Because we can't go on this way. And listen.
That's I'm explainer.
Thank you very much. Explainer. And listen. All I'm saying to the 375,000 black people living below the poverty line, we can't go on this way. Or you can't go on this way. You can't. When the P&M should be fighting for patriotic energies to take over the oil refinery, they're demonizing them, dismissing them, discrediting them.
Lying to the nation.
Yeah, and you know they're sending people that don't look like them to do it. You know? And then you know what they say to me? Hey, them two black fellas bringing down another black man. But they ain't saying the black man have 375,000 black people looking like he living below the poverty line, you know. They ain't saying that, you know, Tommy. Nah. You always come with these numbers, these statistic numbers all the time. These numbers don't lie.
They don't lie.
They don't lie. Fox don't know what numbers. Fox, comparison of the numbers. All right, let me give you some numbers quick, Fox. Folks, put your closing comment in the chat.
Well, if he wasn't listening.
You know what? Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, he wouldn't listen if he wasn't listening before. He wouldn't listen now.
So correct is right, Tony.
Don't waste your time.
You're absolutely correct. One full 100. You're 100. I ain't wasting my time. Folks, go and figure out whatever the numbers we're talking about. Go and listen to Kamala thing, because you know what it does do? All they're supposed to be listening to everybody. You're supposed to listen to Kamala. You're supposed to listen to Rowley. You're supposed to listen to Gary Griffith, Philip Alexander, Watson Duke, all of them. Storm, welcome.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you now, Stormy.
Go. I ain't using the bootleg phone. You see this story with the 4 nationals held in St. Vincent?
Yeah, I saw that.
You see how fast St. Vincent handling them, right?
Yeah, I saw that,
Okay.
but I wasn't kind of feeling it, to be honest with you. I saw it.
You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, St. Vincent is handling them. Now, how come we don't hear about them thing in Trinidad and Tobago? How come we don't hear?
Yeah, I saw it.
You know, and there's pests everywhere they go. Pests, making it bad for everybody else. Right? But let me see what will happen to them in St. Vincent. I'd like to see. And teach Trinidad and Tobago how to handle the people who allegedly commit offenses once you're proven guilty. And my answer, I was sitting down and I was brainstorming as to how we can fix. I watched this gang. A guy came in and he went up all up in Lavantil, and he, you know, showing you these areas. And I said, "But how can we alleviate that situation there? How can we get into these people's minds and tell them, listen, try something different for 5 or 10 years and see what the outcome will be." Right? I have an idea, but I know you're going to soon come off the show. I'll talk about it another time. But you see, pests. Everywhere they go, they're being pests. But anyway,
all right.
Hello, Tommy. What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly flavored.
Great. That's good to know.
All right, Anselm, take care.
Yes, Tommy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hold Hold up, KFC. Let me play this voice note. Yeah, KFC. KFC. Yo. KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. Good night, Uncle Tommy. What a good show. Whatever blessing until Thursday.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Washington.
Yeah.
Whenever I talk as scandalous, I follow for millions when I mountain platform and talking panty talk and Wi-Fi panty and all kind of together and go home like a golf course and all kind of together. But the leaders talking to me in a rude manner and an outer time manner, so I burn and fire on them. They bring no policies to the people and them. Mr. Washington, bless. Keep the fire blazing.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Doctor, listen. Because you was there too, but you know what we're going with the PNM. I go.
They never forget to remind you.
Hi. Good evening, all.
Huh? They can't forget that.
I am multitasking again because I have a referee Zoom session. Now, the village that I like to listen to. Because in the village, people that they call in Tommy. Yeah. Sometimes he can be so independent. And we also have Miss Atlanta. Yeah. Going for it to say how they see, what they see. Like Maloney, they might be wrong like a old. But
COP crunch time.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Good night again. Take 10 out of 10 for your programming tonight, Wall Street and Uncle Tony. The future of Trinidad and Tobago will benefit from this program and all the programs of them. I want to say thank you for this program and for all the programs of them and all the listeners on them. Good night again. Continue contributing on this program. I'm seeing 70-something people on YouTube, but I only hearing 10 people. I would like the 70, 60-something people to contribute on the program. Don't just listen. Contribute on the program. It will benefit not your mother and father, but it will benefit the future of this country. Think about the future and contribute on this program. Thank you.
come along at all. They're not for that. Well done. I'm one of those who listen, and listen. So facts are stubborn things, especially I would add 2 facts. And I realize that some people, the air is not wide. Yeah, so if you're only listening to one kind of thing, then your mind would end up with one kind of thing. So I hearing that people are saying, them PNM people, them PNM people. I really just laugh when I hear that, because they're coming across as if once you oppose the PNM, they feel that you are a UNC. And once you oppose the UNC person or anything, they feel that you are a PNM. Which that kind of thinking is from the book of Dotuishness. That's not correct at all. Because I'm sure there are persons out there who don't like the UNC and don't like the PNM and will criticize them, hopefully, constructively. But my Chumakian friend, he's not about constructive criticism. He's about destructive criticism. And anytime he see as if you coming up with something, he quick to jump on you like a hungry lion and seeing a meal. For example, like, I congratulating Mr. Tommy making Trisco and 10, and I quoted the scripture that talk about, in my point, in my words, if you behave yourself, meaning, well, according to how you eat, how you drink, you could make that Trisco and 10 plus. But he jump on that. He jump on that because as far as he's concerned, I am a PNM. Because as far as he's concerned, I oppose everything UNC, and I don't oppose PNM with anything at all, which is Dotuishness. I have indicated what I disapprove and disappointed with PNM people. But they're the ones that so far I have given support to. And I am not ashamed of that. Unlike him, who was asked a question and up to now he ain't answer if he supports the UNC, and he can answer that. He dance, he flip, he somersault, he up to now, you know. Yeah. So I am saying that don't take that chance to say because somebody opposed something with the UNC that there is a PNM. And don't take the chance to say because somebody's opposed something in the PNM, that means the UNC. No, you're going down the wrong road, right? Look how much persons, not one, not two, not three, not four, in the UNC and oppose the woman who is the leader of the UNC. Alain, you know I don't do that. You know I don't do that. So somebody just now put and lying like Gordon. Tell me which part I lie. Tell me which part I lie. Okay? Look how much persons, and I talk about people, not the ordinary grassroots floor members, you know. You want me to call name? I don't think you want me to call name. Because I believe you've been following the news and what has been happening. Because the PNM take that and they run with it.
I have to leave that there now because it's top of the hour.
They don't want to get rid of her.
All right, folks, we're going to go for the break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that we are here and we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. My closing quote. Tommy, you can go first.
The commitment we make to each other do not sap our initiatives. They strengthen us. Again, I'll say it. The commitments we make to each other do not sap our initiatives. They strengthen us. Those are the words of Mr. Obama, President Obama. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you must become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. People, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for spending the time. Thank you for all your contributions. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday, God willing. Till then, be safe. Love you all. Good night.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
My closing quote is, don't count the days, make the days count. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Let me give the voice notes here.
Closing quote. No matter what position you are in, if you look good, you would see how you would have contributed to it, whether it is good, bad, or ugly. So think again about what you're doing and what you're going to do. And with God's help, you could do what is best for you and others. Good night.
Thank you. Let me see if there's any more. All right, Mr. Atlanta. I don't know why is that closing code there, but all right, let me see here. Oh boy. Ashford Legaton closing comment. 2013 salary in 2014 is unacceptable. Fox, PNM Fox says closing comment. Wall Street is amazing how you believe Kamala lies as a professional man. Yet you disbelieve a company with professionals. All right, let me read the thing. Yet you disbelieve a company with professionals like Heritage, who has a reputation to safeguard. All right, okay. Whatever. Wall Street, you should listen to Dr. Ragbe on the UNC side in Parliament today, and you will better understand Kamala's deception. What Fox, PNM Fox, fact check the numbers and come back to us, please. Fact check the numbers, fact check both sides. Fact check what Prime Minister Rowley says, fact check what Mrs. Kamala Prasad Desessa says. Other than that, stop making noise. Tommy says Gordon Maloney loves the PNM. He don't oppose any wrongdoings the PNM does. The Storm says I support in the Soca party. PNM Fox says you were too caught up in getting the bill. You did not do your due diligence when you voted in 2020. Okay, all right. Okay. Gordon Joseph loves the PNM. Hey, David Phillips, what part of Grenada area Chinosh from, man? Man from Grenada, yes, boy. Tell us. Don't forget, log on Tuesday, same time. We'd like to hear from you too. Okay. Ashford Legaton says, okay, Wall Street, good to be honest. So use one of them, have us in this mess. Why I said this after all, what, when, on in 2020, coal pot, citizens too greedy. If you have one something, you would have to share it, vaccinate to operate, and I can go on and on and on. All right. Yeah. He has to a la rental, he has to apologize to Ms. Bessessa because he lied. Tony Morbid closing comment. Mrs. Bessessa won't stand up in Parliament and lie on Mr. Rowley. She will explain everything, and yet still people will say she's lying. But just prove if she's lying, prove she wrong. It's that simple. Dr. Prime Minister Rowley have been proven wrong over and over and over again. Yeah? Hailey says, closing comment, your heart shall rejoice and your bodies flourish like the grass. Trust in God. All right, last one before we go. On my Mr. Atlanta says, don't blame a clown for being a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. Okay. And I think that's it. Let me just make sure. That's it. Okay, folks, we are out of here. Don't forget, join us on Thursday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. I want to play this one before we go. Let me see if this is our closing comment here. PNM Fox is proven wrong by who? Let me go to this one here. Folks, see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes. Somebody help. Come and put a hand. Come and wipe away the blight and see what the plight that befall the man of this land. What's going on here? I would like to know why the whole world is in a turmoil. So it look as if we fire God from the job and give the work to the Beelzebub. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. If you have to never like understand. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. I never like I understand like if Satan in control of running the land. Hey man, oh man. There's only wars and rumors of wars. Incurable disease go from sea to seas and they happen without a cause. Strange phenomena now happen everywhere. The callousness of this world has the world in fear. yeah. Politics and weaponry have taken soul. They have the whole world out of control. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing that happen here, well, I can understand like it. Oh, yes, man. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing that happen here, well, I can understand like it. Satan in control of running the land. Oh, man. Get at ease, we turn to religion, but then in our quest to do our best we end up in real confusion. Some religious leaders so phony and vain, all our religious morals to go down the drain. Their materialism make them feel them is Lord, robbing the world in the name of God. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing we're going on here, well, I can understand that the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The things that happen here, well, I can understand. Like the Satan in control of running the land. Oh, man. Let's take control. Let's reconstruct the world. Sift out all parasites, phonies and blights. What is wrong? Let us make it right. Stop this social, moral and religious decay. Our world wasn't meant to be this way. For heaven's sake, let's not fall for the seat. Put God back in the driver's seat. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The things are going on here, well, I can understand. The devil have a hand in running the land. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing what's going on here, man, I can understand. Like if Satan in control of running the land. Oh, man. Oh, man. The devil have a hand. The devil have a hand. Oh, yes. In running the land. The devil have a hand. The devil have a hand. The thing what happen here, I can understand. Like the Satan in control of running the land. We quarrel and we fight. We ain't doing right. Oh, yes. The devil have a hand in running the land. We forget what's good. Not doing the things we should. Ah, yes, man. The Satan in control of running the land. I can't understand why. I can't understand.